I want to ask real quickly on the phrase that gets thrown around on wrestling Twitter and whatnot,
Yes.
stockpiling talent, and this idea of signing as many people as possible. Right now, there's a lot of big names that are free agents and whatnot. Without going into the minutia of that, do you have an opinion as a promoter? Should you, if someone's available and they're great, sign them regardless because they're great talent, or do you believe in hey, you've only got a certain number of people, just kind of stick with that size locker room? Or do you have a theory or an approach on how you handle a lot of great talent being available?
It's not as simple as either or,
Hmm.
you know, it's, it all depends, I mean, if you're, well, just talk about Tony Khan for a moment because
Hmm.
he's signing a lot of talent. Here's a new company that's had significant early success, is starting to create some momentum, and they bring in CM Punk,
Hmm.
needle mover.
Hmm.
I'm sure it's going to be a needle mover. How much we'll find out in the weeks and months and year or two to come. But as of this moment, I think anybody that's thinking clearly um, is recognizing that here, even though AEW had a boatload of talent on the roster already, are you not going to take advantage of that opportunity because you've
Right.
got a chock full roster and you're developing some great talent? You've already got some great talent and you're developing more. Do you say to yourself, no, I've got all the people that I need right now, so I'm just going to let that one go? No, you're going to take
Right.
advantage of that. If Daniel Bryan is available and you know that there's another person got this mythical kind of vibe to him, right?
Right. Right.
There's a word for that in me right
Like an
now.
aura or something.
He's just
Yeah.
got this thing, and a mystique, for lack of a better
Yeah.
term. You could use that mystique and you can build on it. I don't think that Daniel Bryan has the same level as his own following for sure, but he's not that elusive character that CM Punk is. But are you going to say, no, I've got CM Punk, so well, I got a pretty full roster. No, I guess I don't really need Daniel Bryan. Or are you going to try to do a deal with Daniel and figure it out? If you have to let a couple people go in order to make room,
Right.
and the world turns, unfortunately for some, but fortunately for others. So you make room, but I would never subscribe to the theory of stockpiling talent. What you start out with is guys going, now on the lower end of the economic scale, those young talents that just get to sign a contract, they're going to be happy with that for a while, 6
Hmm.
months, 8 months, or a year. And then they're going to get used to the money because we all do. No matter how much
Hmm.
money you make, you get used to it after a while. And once that wears off and you realize your friends and family aren't seeing you on TV, they're seeing all
Right.
these guys that are coming in, all these big names that are coming in over time. They all get together and they start bitching. Start,
Right.
wow, man, I thought we were going to get shot. When am I going to get my shot? When are these old guys going to get out of the way and make room for the young stars? Oh my God. If I had nickel
Right.
for every I said that, I'd be on a beach throwing coconuts at tourists. But that's what happens when you have too much talent that you're not utilizing, or there's no hope that you're going to be utilizing. Then that stockpile talent can become, from an attitude perspective, it can get kind of malignant fast and it can spread quickly. So
Yeah.
that's the downside. He has the ability, Tony Khan, to bring in some of these big names. He's got the resources to do it. He's got the platform to take advantage of it. He's got the momentum now. But at some point, you're going to have talent in the middle of that path. In my estimation, I could be
Hmm.
wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But when the newness wears off and the buzz wears off, it's going to always come down to, but what about me?
Hmm.
And that's when, if you don't manage that properly, it can become a challenge.
Do you think that's something then obviously you don't know the contract situations of everyone backstage, but do you think right now, if we can assume or project, do you think in AEW with these new signings are similar to WCW, a rising tide raises all ships? This is great. Or do you think that